Na 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 na. Hey hey hey, Mizzou sucks. Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Bye bye. See you around Mizzou. 3, 2, 1. Yo! What's going on, Arkansas Razorback fans, SGC fans everywhere? It just means more. It just means more. I love that I was wrong. Post-game show, or was it post-game? Last time we were here live talking, I said I liked Arkansas's odds, right? I did. I said that of getting past and making it to the SEC championship. Then I turned around after someone commented and they said, yeah, let's think about Tillman for a second. And then you got to consider Jalen Williams not being out or not being on the floor. That worried me. I'm not going to lie. I'll own up to it. Thank God I didn't bet shaving my damn beard because you guys are obsessed with me shaving my beard. I was wrong. I said on the Hog Talk, kind of taking a second look, Mizzou is a matchup problem for the Hogs. And you watch this game, 80% of this game, 85% of the game, it was a great game. Mizzou played well. They're physical. They tried to match Arkansas man for man. They took advantage of Arkansas not having Jalen Williams, but it didn't matter. Justin Smith, JD Note, are you kidding me? This was exciting, good, physical, tough, sloppy, yeah, sure, basketball. That's what this was. Ethan Henderson, quality minutes, came in and really, played great. He knocked Tillman's ball loose. How many did he get? 2 blocks on Tillman? I know he got that one big one. I think I triggered a Mizzou fan on Twitter with that one, but I was wrong. I'm okay with that. I'm glad I did not bet my beard. It's not going to happen. I thought about it. I did. Okay, first off, Mizzou fans, they're not near as bad as like Kentucky basketball fans. Alabama basketball fans have gotten really rowdy lately. Arkansas fans have a reputation, right? Mizzou fans are going to be salty after this one. I'm okay with it. I'm absolutely okay with it. Okay, Super Chat. It is up and running, so they will always take priority, but I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Remember to, subscribe. Share. That's huge. Share the content. Check out all the links provided for you down below in the description box. I thought I needed to run to the store and grab a 5-hour energy drink because I was kind of drained today, but I'm feeling pretty good. Let me get caught up on some chat here. Is that an SEC record? I think it is. I know what Brett's alluding to here. For charges in a game, tourney or regular season, I hope this question doesn't trip you up. Nah, I see what you did there. It has to be. I have never seen so many offensive. I've never seen. There was a lot of fouls, but a lot of charges. Kind of downright ridiculous. They really affected the change or the pace of the pacing of this game, of this matchup. Arkansas survives these games. It's incredible. Like they are so. It's depth. It's depth. You don't have Jalen. Okay, next guy up. And for anyone who thought Connor was going to get more minutes, I don't know what basketball you've watched this year. I'm starting to believe he's really just out there to win the tip-off. I think that's his only purpose in games like this, in matchups like this. I knew that they were going to have to rely. In fact, I said it on the Hog Talk. Does Ethan Henderson get some more quality minutes tonight? And he did. He was big. JD Note was a gift from the basketball gods. This guy, 6-man award, okay, should have probably been. He was. It's obvious to me that Arkansas played this game with a chip on their shoulder. They didn't come out and talk about it, and they're not going to, but Musselman was using that in the locker room or when they're practicing shoot-arounds and doing whatever, doing their drills. Guys, we got some disrespect thrown our way. It's time to answer that, and they did that. Poor Mizzou got caught in the way. Now we know, look, they took on Tillman with Justin Smith without Jalen Williams. I did think the double teaming came a little late, and Jimmy Dykes pointed that out, and he was spot on. The double teaming, it looked like Musselman was okay going man-to-man. And, Tillman had, 9 points in the first half. What was crazy was he went into the first half, or came out of the first half going into the second half with only one foul. That dude fouled out, 10 minutes left to go in the game or something, or inside the 10-minute mark? And if you don't think that was by design, again, I don't know what basketball you've been watching this year. Musselman is good at that. He gets the other guys. He gets inside their heads. With the way they're able to draw fouls, Moody is a master at that. Tate picked up one tonight. I think Note picked up one. I think Justin Smith picked. Everyone was given the benefit of the doubt. There was a lot of charges, but Arkansas still did a good job of finding a way to get to the free throw line. Of course, the final minute, you know why they got to the free throw line. Mizzou had to foul, but you take away those, it was just a good job by Arkansas to find a way to score. To find a way to get on the board. However, I like to go hard in the paint on Mizzou fans. They are salty. You're not wrong. Okay. Yeah. Subscribe, share the video, please. Do me a favor. Share. That funny looking arrow at the bottom of your screen somewhere. Share it. I'd appreciate it. Share. And tag me too. Jenna Mayes with the first super chat, $9.99. Look at you with the $10 dono. Woo damn pig, she says. That is absolutely correct. It's so great beating them. It's so wonderful beating Mizzou. I hate them. I'm just not a fan. JD Note literally looks like a mini Mike Tyson on the floor. He's tough. And so is Tate. I thought I was just overall impressed with how well they adapted to what Mizzou was trying to do on the floor, drawing fouls. Half-court defense was I thought pretty good. Again, Note, I didn't know Note had that kind of range. I'll say that. I didn't know JD Note had that kind of range. Guys, he's a junior. And you're getting him, I think you're getting him back next year. With KK Robinson, hopefully. With basically your bench, who, by the way, came in and bailed your starters out tonight. Missouri fans are obsessed with us. They are. And I don't know why. They want football to be a rivalry so much. And even though they've won 5 straight, you want to know why that's not a rivalry? First off, it is manufactured. It's a manufactured bullshit thing by the SEC. There's no doubt about that. It's not a rivalry because even though they had this 5-game winning streak in football, Hog fans are aware this is the worst stretch of football in our history. They get that. That's why there's been no meaningful games played between these two. Basketball, you can make the argument that maybe there's a rivalry brewing there, maybe. And I get it. Rivalries generally work across the entire, right? Like baseball, football, basketball. You're supposed to just hate that school. I don't know. I guess because they have gotten pretty cocky after that first win. Oh, after that, when they beat us, they were really holding that over our heads and did so for a while. And then we beat them the next 2 times. How about that? Note is throwback Alex Dillard sometimes. He scored 40 with Jacksonville State. I wasn't aware of that. This team just gets it done with a different star every game, and that goes back to the attack, to how aggressive they can be on both ends of the floor, but also anybody can score. Anybody can have a night. You have so many different places where the scoring can come from and too many different guys that are capable of getting the points on the board. It's fantastic. It's what's great about having depth, quality depth. I'm telling you, I'm going to hashtag. I'm going to make that shirt. I'm going to hand out the merchandise. Quality depth, QD, quality depth, or QDM, quality depth matters. Arkansas has it. Look what it's doing, along with size too. No history with Missouri. There is none. There's no history. Again, I don't care about their 5-game win streak in football. I don't care. Basketball, they've had some good games. Tonight, Ole Miss, LSU, I said it in the last post game or whatever, last time I went live. I can't even remember if that was a post game or not. Was it a post game show? I think it was. I said Ole Miss was watch out. Jimmy Dykes says he thinks all they need is one. I think they're going to play with a chip on their shoulder, and they realize, too, there's a lot here at stake. They win tonight, they could be in. That's according to Jimmy Dykes. I kind of thought they need to win a couple. But with this year being a COVID year, with all these teams, backing out and postponing games and games being canceled, God only knows who's really going to what the seeding is going to actually look like and where teams end up playing in the bracket. Let's go to the numbers here really quick. Oh, I'm going to love this. A lot of key things happen in this game. Obviously, they're inside guys hit with foul trouble. It's by design. Arkansas wins this 70-64. It could have easily been a double-digit win there in the final minutes. Just too much depth for Arkansas. And then again, when you run into foul trouble against a team like Arkansas, it's like blood in the water. It's blood in the water for Arkansas. Okay, we're going to attack the rim. We're going to draw fouls. We're going to get you in even more trouble. We're going to soften you up inside, and we're going to get some points inside. We're going to get some points at the free throw line. Then it's going to spread the floor a little bit. It's going to force you guys to collapse on defense to the inside, whoever's trying to drive the lane, whoever has the ball, and you'll see them. They try to kick it back out to Note, Tate, Moody. Well, I say Tate because, he had a couple threes in the last game, didn't he? Or at least one. And didn't he have a couple games in a row where he had at least a 3 or 2? Anyways, they've got multiple people that can score outside is the point. There for a little while, for a few games, Connor Vanover was knocking down, getting 2 or 3 threes, but that's what they do. They soften you up inside. It is like boxing. They just go for the gut. Boom, 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 boom. And then eventually they hit you with the haymaker outside out on the perimeter, knocking down threes. And if they heat up outside, it's just double trouble. Because now you got to deal with the fact that you're collapsing on defense. When someone drives the lane, everybody's going to come down to defend. You're going to be a little bit more careful how you defend because you're into some foul trouble. It changes the whole dynamic of the game, and that's what happened tonight. Arkansas smelled blood in the water, or tasted blood in the water. How do you smell? Do sharks smell blood, or do they taste it? I'm sure it's a smell, right? I don't know. I'm not a marine biologist. But Arkansas tonight, let's go over the numbers. They shot well. Talking about them, I always go with the opposing team first. Missouri, 22 of 52. Look, they shot north of 40% on the floor. They were 6 of 18. That's not a bad, again, you get north of 15, 16 threes outside. You want to be north of like 33%. They were right there. The bugaboo for them was their free throw line. They were 14 of 21 and fouls. Fouls was the biggest trouble for them. But when they got to the line, they were 14 of 21, shooting just 66, 67%. They got a little bit of production. How about Braun, who came in the final minutes there? I don't know, however many minutes he was in the second half. But he got 5 straight points, 1 for 1 from three-point range. He was 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Pinson, who there's no doubt the way I think he got hurt. I think he hurt his hip. Looked like a hip injury. That was also a pivotal moment for them. He ends the game with the most points for Mizzou with 14 points. He had a couple assists and a steal. Brown had 3 steals and 2 blocks tonight, 6 points. Tillman he didn't score again in the second half, mostly because of the foul trouble. He did nothing tonight. 9 points and a steal. I'll give him the steal, okay, for a big, not bad. 9 points and a steal, not a horrendous night. But for him, definitely not a good night. Switching over to Arkansas, 45% from the floor because, again, they started really going for those easy points down around the bucket. Also, Arkansas's defense at the rim tonight was spectacular. I was blown away at how good, especially in the first half, how good they were around the rim. They softened up a little bit in the second, especially when they got that lead. They kind of gave up some easy points there inside late, and they've done that before, but it's never really been a problem. At least, under those circumstances where you got this big lead or whatever, you got an 8-9 point lead, and then you start giving up easy twos inside over and over. That's not really been a problem of theirs late in games. We've seen it off and on in other games at different moments and periods of time where they give up chunks of points inside. But really, Arkansas forces you to beat you. You've got to heat up long twos, threes. That's been, especially on this win streak, that's kind of been the case for Arkansas. So they go 33%. This is where the identity of Arkansas, they're like chameleons. They're like chameleons. You think, well, they're capable of knocking down 9, 10, 11 threes a game, but they don't have to beat you. They went 5 of 15 tonight. That's not great. Again, you're under that mark. Well, you're right at about 33%, but still, you would obviously like more shots outside because Arkansas is capable of doing that. You'd like to knock down. You'd like that number to be closer to like 8 or 9 threes. especially with how close and how tight this game was when you're trying to build onto that 4 and 5 point lead, which eventually you did, but you did so because you got to the free throw line. It's not a bad number, but again, it's not great, right? You're kind of in between. Free throw shooting, not great either for Arkansas. Look, they only took one more shot than Mizzou did. They can cry all they want about fouls. They were 15 to 22. By the way, they got away with at least 3 travels, right? 2 trips. Mizzou's going to cry all night like everybody does that we beat about fouls, okay? First off, that's a part of how Musselman plays. They're good. There may not be a better team in the country than Arkansas is at drawing fouls. They're in a league of their own. Now, Mizzou did a good job tonight, too. Again, you go back to the amount of offensive calls. I don't know how many charges were called tonight. It had to be a record. I'm really curious to see if the SEC releases those numbers by the end of this tournament, but that was incredible. But Arkansas's ability to draw fouls, it's on another level. It's a part of Moody's weaponry. It's a part of what he does. You'll notice he'll have games where he gets more than 50% of his points from the free throw line. They can beat you in a lot of different ways. So, individual numbers. Justin Smith honestly had a great game. Again, we finally saw what Justin Smith can do. And again, without Jalen Williams, with a very limited Connor Vanover in this game because this is just not his kind of pace. He can't play with this kind of pace. It was the right move, but that's kind of been the move all year. Jimmy Dykes talked about that like it was some genius move by Eric Musselman. Hello, you've called like all of these games since they played, since they got an SEC play. He's done that against everybody. Now, some games he'll bring them back in because it's the pace that Connor can kind of play with or play in, but this is not one of them. This is not one of those games that he can get very many minutes in, and he didn't. But I thought tonight we finally got to see that matchup of Smith versus Tillman. Smith won. Ethan Henderson won. Hell, everybody won. Tillman was mostly a non-factor. Again, a lot of that you got to give credit to Musselman getting him into foul trouble, finding a way to get him out of the game. It just speaks to his basketball IQ. I don't want to say he's a Petrino, or excuse me, a genius. I was going to say he reminds me of Petrino. He's not a genius, but he reminds me of Petrino in basketball. Just his way of how he draws up the X's and O's, how he gets his guys ready and prepared. I don't think there's any small detail that goes unnoticed. They know what to do. It's so damn hard to beat him twice in the same year. And in fact, he beat Missouri twice in the same year and beating them in the SEC tournament. It's so good to see them. It's so good to get this win. I really look, and I know someone's going to say, but you want Arkansas to win all the games. Yeah, of course I do. I'm not going to be as upset if you lose to whoever the winner is tonight between LSU and Ole Miss. I wanted to pull up that score really quick. What are we looking at here? What is the score? What's the score here? I watched Rain Man the other night. 10 minutes to Wabner. 10 minutes to Wabner. You need to go to Kmart. I love that movie. It's like one of my favorite movies ever. I was going to get scores here really quick, try to get updated. Na. Hey. Bye. I'm so thrilled they found a way though to beat Missouri. It was a sluggish game. I don't know what my computer's doing. It's acting a little ridiculous here. I don't know what it is about pulling up. Okay. That game hasn't started yet. I thought it started. Someone's going to have to help me out. I thought this game already started. Why are there no... It's not started yet. Why? I thought tip-off was 8 p.m. What is the deal? I don't know. All right. It's a hot take. What can I say? What was your take? Uh-oh. I think Tennessee will beat Alabama tomorrow, calling it now. I mean, someone mentioned that. That's not exactly a hot take. I've seen people mention that, Tennessee getting by Alabama. So I think that ought to be allowed. Josh Rubel, woo, Pig Suey. 30-minute warm-up. What? What do they have it? What? Come on, man. 2 minutes till it starts. Okay. All right. I'm not saying Tennessee can't win. I'm just saying I'm hesitant. Again, I'm not. It's not going to be the end of the world if Arkansas loses, because I think what you did tonight, no matter what, you are a 3 seed. I think no matter what happens, they're a 3 seed. I don't think if you get eliminated tomorrow, if you lose, that you lose that 3 seed. I just don't. Maybe I'm wrong, but they're already such a strong 3 seed. It's the SEC tournament. You beat a salty Mizzou team who is, by the way, tournament bound. I don't know what quad win this was. Someone had mentioned on social media that it was another quad 1 win. I'm not entirely sure that it was or wasn't. Regardless, I think no matter what, you're a 3 seed. And that's why I'm not – don't get me wrong, I'm still going to be pissed if they lose, but hopefully the baseball team can pull it out tonight. Yeah, they're losing last I saw. What's the score? Give us the score, chat. Who would you rather play tomorrow, Ty? Scrappy Ole Miss or a talented LSU squad? Neither. If I'm being honest, I'd probably rather play LSU because I feel like Ole Miss. I feel like they want to win it all, and they know too that they're on the bubble. Jimmy Dykes claims again that if they win tonight, they're in. I don't know. John Cunningham says, Ty, you're the man. I love catching these post-game chats. Hey, John, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, sir. You. But it don't matter. I'll take Hogs versus LSU Ole Miss. I agree. Red nasty. We're losing 7-4. Louisiana Tech is salty. They beat Air Force their first game of the year like 18-1. But somehow I think they're like 9-3 on the year. They had a couple of weird losses. Ole Miss might try in Texas A&M. They might. Ty was saying Ole Miss was dangerous the other day, but I don't know. LSU is a big name psychologically too. I mean, they both are. Everyone's playing for either seeding or but I'm going to take the team that's on the bubble, a team fighting, and they know they're on the edge. And Ole Miss towards the end of the year started playing a little bit better ball. I don't know. It's kind of a gut feeling thing more than anything, but don't ever count out teams that are playing for something a little bit more meaningful, because LSU is in last I saw, no matter what happens. Tennessee's really good, starting to play good. They have a very experienced coach, a guy that knows how to win. It wouldn't surprise me at all to see Arkansas make the SEC championship and drop it to Tennessee. That would be the most hog thing ever, but that wouldn't be a bad thing necessarily. Jalen Williams will be available Sunday is what I heard. So I don't know. I'm sure that'll change. I know there was some sort of there's some sort of precaution or ruling, like there's a period of time, which is weird that Jalen got to travel. That shows you how silly this rule is. I mean, obviously the SEC, the Arkansas had to clear that with the SEC and maybe even the NCAA that he could even travel. Why was he allowed to travel then if that's the case and not play? Hell, he participated in warm-ups. I don't understand that. Watch Zaga versus BYU. Definitely not unbeatable. I hope. Do not want to lose one in this tourney to get. Let's see. Do we want to lose one in this tourney to get out of it way before the big one? I don't know. Some people say that could disrupt the momentum that you have. I don't think that's the case. I think right now, if you manage to beat Arkansas, especially with this win streak going on, then you were deserving of beating Arkansas. You're playing some pretty damn good basketball. I don't think that this is any more about them just running off emotions. I don't think that this is them, and that's kind of what people in the media are portraying this as. Oh, well, they got hot. They did. They got hot at a key moment, and that does matter. But I think, too, what we're seeing is exactly what I said at the beginning of the year, what other people were saying, hell, outside of maybe one local radio station, Ruskin and Zach, most other people around local media around Arkansas were saying this team has all the assets to go far and to do something special. And we're seeing that happen before our eyes. this isn't just a win streak. They're riding. They're on this 12-game win streak because of luck, like Jimmy Dykes said. That's not the case, and he's right. It's a depth, talent, size, coach issue that other teams are gonna. The problem that you're gonna have. So if you lose, it's not the end of the world, and I don't think you lose momentum, and then all of a sudden you're a one and done in the NCAA tournament. I don't think that's the case. Again, basketball is also about matchups. Like all sports, really, but especially in basketball. Matchups matter. And what I said earlier in the year was this is a team where they're not as vulnerable to matchup problems like they've been in the past, especially under Mike. With Mike, that was always a concern. Who played well against this form of defense? Who played well against the press? Who played well, if they had a little bit more depth, if they had a little bit more size, right? That was always a problem with Mike. And it's the reason why he never could continue success here. And I don't know what Musselman does after this year, but I'll tell you this year, those problems are fewer. Again, it's not that matchup issues are definitely not a problem. They're going to be for anybody, even the top 3, top 5 teams in college basketball. There's certain matchups that are problematic. Arkansas, compared to years in the past, those are far fewer. There's not as many matchup issues. Mizzou was a matchup issue, especially with Tillman being healthy. Without Jalen, I say healthy, actually playing Tillman. And not only just Tillman. I mean, they got guys around him that can ball out. They can play really good ball. I mean, they've also got a little bit of size. They play great. They're really good at forcing turnovers. They're also good at getting to the free throw line. They do a number of things really well, and especially towards the end of the year, they kind of, although not as consistent as Arkansas, they started to get in a little bit better stride. Well, they were kind of choppy, really. Throughout most of the year, they were choppy. I'll give them that, but they definitely made changes along the way and adapted to their game. Arkansas just finally started playing on the level that they should have been playing at from the beginning of SEC play. And again, I hate to keep giving Dykes credit, but he talked about the difference being after that Auburn game where they were down double digits and they came back. I would argue probably I would say before the Oklahoma State game, when 3-game win streak before the Oklahoma State game, right? You were riding a 3-game, I believe it was a 3-game conference streak. They started to play a little bit better, but something about that Oklahoma State loss ever since then, they're just playing quality basketball, high quality basketball. They get down 8-9. I mean, they were down 10 points tonight. They were down 10 points and then went on a 16-2 run. It's just something about this team that clicks so well. And they play really good. And when they get in rhythm and the faster you go, it's like it's usually going to be more of a problem for the other team. And I said that at the beginning of the year. Hell, I had someone in our Discord ask for our Discord questions on Hawk Talk after the loss to Oklahoma State. Someone asked, can they win out at home? I don't remember who it was. I think it wasn't Kelly Marie, or maybe it was John Hawes or Devin who asked a lot of questions. I can't remember. But they asked, can they win? What can they do at home? And I felt like they could win out. That's exactly what they did at home. I didn't think they would win some of these road games that they won. And that is exactly what they did. They're playing some fantastic basketball. Joe with the $5 super chat. Would you rather lose Musselman or Juracek? Oh God, that's a tough one, man. I don't know. Neither, but I guess see, because if you fire Juracek, or if you lose Juracek, not fire, he would leave to go. He'd remember there was a time when Jeff Long almost left to go to Stanford. I don't know if you guys remember that, like 2010, 2011. Stanford came along, tried to. Boy, did they dodge a bullet. And then you replaced him with Juracek. But you ultimately leave this in the hands of the guys down in Little Rock who made the right. So I would say Juracek, as hard as that is for me to say, because we've seen how they've screwed up basketball hires. Juracek comes along. He gets the basketball right. I think we'll see about football, baseball. I mean, Dave Van Horn's not going anywhere. He's going to retire at Arkansas. I would say Juracek, because I think whoever comes in, they know that, boy, I got to keep Musselman. I got to make a statement to the fans. I'm going to keep Musselman around. You're not paying Sam Pittman very much. I don't know. You had to give Odom an extension. So That's a tough one, but I would say I would rather lose Juracek. I don't know. That's a good question. Justin Smith and Ethan played physical. That's what I'm talking about, says Boodog. Also, this is a sloppy Ole Miss LSU game so far. Did it already tip off? Okay, well, it just had to have tipped off. Ole Miss is leading 6-5. All right, I'm going to Jeff Long out at KU. Isn't it just the darndest thing? Les Miles out also. Shout out to everyone in Super Chat. I appreciate the Super Chat, the donations. Again, if you guys want to check out the links, provide for you down below. I don't know why I just realized my camera is super low. Why is it so low? I'm going to fix it now that we're coming to an end. Oh, is that better? I don't know. Probably not. We meet Bama in the finals. Woo Pig Sui says Rusher 1977. OSU lost, burned everyone's ass bad. And that's what we needed. This team is in the zone, says Bloodline. I agree. There's something about that Oklahoma State loss. This team came back. They're just playing better basketball. I mean, this is truly, I guess the next question is how far can this team go? Do they lose? That's the question. The way they're playing, do they even lose a game? They're playing some unbelievable basketball right now. Now, they played a scrappy Mizzou team. Again, that one was neck and neck through 80% of the game until Arkansas finally started to kind of put it away with about 5.5, 6 minutes left to go when they got into some big foul trouble. But again, the way they're playing right now, the question is they're physical. They outlast these kind of sloppy games. They find ways to win ugly games, and they're also good enough. They could beat some quality teams by 10, 12, 15 points. So, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to make any more guesses at this point. I don't know the way they're playing. The only way I see them losing right now is in the SEC Championship to either Tennessee or Bama. Ty, where does Muss fit so far in the rankings of Arkansas coaches? I know it's only year 2. That's a tough call because, like you said, it's year 2. I mean, he's – especially, like I said, I touched on what he did last year. Had Arkansas, and they won their only SEC conference game they played. So God only knows how far they could have gone in that. Had they been able to win out or maybe even make the SEC championship game, they would have then. Had they made the SEC championship game, they would have been a bubble team a year ago. I think they would have been anyways. And so you look at what he's done this year. I have a hard time seeing this be a flash in the pan kind of a run that they're on. Last year was not disappointing. Again, he won 6 more games than I thought they would win. I really had them at like 13 to 14 wins, and they won a few more than that last year. This year, I thought if they got in rhythm, this team's good enough, they're going to make the tournament. And I even said at the beginning of the year, I'm going to say this every time. I said they are a Sweet 16 caliber team, and now that's a reality. But as far as ranking him, it's just too early. It's only 2 years. It took Nolan, when did they go to the tournament? Wasn't it year 3, year 4 till they actually made the NCAA tournament? Petrino, it took him really 3 years to kind of get this thing going in the right direction as far as football was concerned. Mike Anderson, it took 4 years just to make the tournament. The guy could never get past the second round. 8-7 Ole Miss. Okay. Yep, it is. I'm telling you, I'm taking Ole Miss tonight. You called Muss. I did. I didn't call him the GOAT. You must have forgotten Nolan Richardson was a person. Who called him the GOAT? I didn't say he was the GOAT. What's up, Ty? It's been a minute. What's up, Jacob? How you doing, man? Proud of these Hogs. I'm telling you, they just look. I'm not saying they look unbeatable, and they very well could lose tomorrow night. That is absolutely a possibility. I mean, it is the SEC tournament. Teams are playing for different reasons. Bro, I went to CAC. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you guys must be arguing, Tony Brown and Joe. I don't know if that's directed at me or not. I don't think I ever called him the GOAT, though. Oh, Ryan called him the GOAT. Nolan was amazing, but that's before my time. Okay, I see. Yeah, I'm not prepared to call him the GOAT because I need more than 2 years, right? I need a body of work, which it has been impressive. Nolan Richardson deserves a freaking statue outside of Bud Walton, more than just his name on the floor. I love that. It's so good though. His signature with the slobber and hog. Are you kidding me? That thing it's just gorgeous. He deserves a statue. That's my opinion. I called Musk the GOAT. He's before your time. Well, it has been a minute. I mean, he's been gone for 20 years? I still love listening to him talk though on the radio. Justin Smith and Ethan played physical. That's what I'm talking about. So Boo Dog is just going to copy and paste that comment over and over. They did. I thought Justin Smith and Ethan Henderson played really well. Ethan, who again got some quality minutes. And maybe that was just to give the other guys a little bit more rest. But Ethan, that's what you needed him to do. He was called upon and he answered, baby. You called long distance. He came into town and played some great defensive basketball. Tony, that's not fair, Tony. Okay, you've had the comment section on you. You guys are getting vicious. Lee, is it Gasowitz? John Petty is literally one of my least favorite players in NCAA right now. I want another chance at John Petty. I can't stand that guy. A tie site, troll fight. Okay. I'm going to put it, we'll call it here. Ole Miss has the lead right now, 11-9. Again, I'm taking Ole Miss tonight, but LSU's talented enough on offense. They could score. You in the 94 season, the Hogs lost in the tournament, then ran the table in the NCAA tournament. Won the Natty. I'd rather take the L in the SEC tournament than the Big Show. Oh, for sure. No, absolutely. I agree 110%. That's why if they do get eliminated, sure, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be mad like anybody. I'm not going to be super thrilled, but I agree. Go on, get ready for the big dance. Get ready for the tournament that actually matters. It'd be nice to hang an SEC championship banner, sure, right? Finishing second in the regular season was great. Also, let's get the likes up, huh? We had over 100 people in here, not even half the likes. Let's get the likes up. Oh, Guswitz, my bad. Or Guesswitz. What did I say? Did I say Gasowitz? Lee Guesswitz, my bad. Really quick while we're here, and I want to reiterate, the spring game for football is April 17th. Yes, I'm going to try and be there. If you guys are there, you can't miss me. I'm a big, tall, fat guy with a beard. I mean, it's hard to miss me. Feel free to walk up, say hi, like some of you do. I'm amazed at people who recognize me even with a mask on. I mean, I don't know. I guess that's not. What is that about the size? That's about the size of the mask, right? People still recognize me, but I still get stopped. The people asking me, well, it's mostly football questions, but I'm sure basketball is going to be the hot topic. So, but if you see me at the game, again, I'm very hard to miss. Feel free. Come up, talk to me. I like talking with anybody about Razorback sports or all things, life included. Don't forget to, again, check out all the links provided for you down below in the description box. Get the likes up. I'd appreciate some more likes. That'd be great. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. And Patreon supporters, thank you guys so much. If you're interested in joining the Patreon, you'll get your name added to the description list down below. You click the description box, your name will get added to the list. Yeah, I don't know what happens tomorrow. I don't know. Obviously, we'll figure out who Arkansas plays by the end of the night. If the game is officiated like this one was, it's going to be a long game. But we'll find out before midnight, hopefully, who Arkansas plays against. I think it's going to be Ole Miss. It very well could be LSU. We know they're good on LSU's a hell of a scoring offense. Not super productive on defense. Or at least they weren't the last time Arkansas had played them. It was mostly just, they're an offensive team. A lot of weapons. They can score quickly. So we'll see what happens. I think it could be Ole Miss. I could be wrong. Love you, brother. Couldn't wait for the show tonight. Hey, I appreciate that, Alec. LSU's up 5 now. Got a lot of basketball left to play. We'll see. Again, LSU's good enough they could beat these guys by 20. I mean, they really are. They're good enough. But it just makes you wonder with the chip on Ole Miss's shoulder on top of the fact they're trying to get into the tournament. They're trying to get in. So Arkansas will win the championship in basketball and baseball this year, says Jacob. That's a hot take. That is a hot take. You want a hot take? There you go. I hope it's LSU so we can beat them without cheating. I'm still salty. We need both, man. Oh, wiretap Will. What is the update? Yeah, we never got a score. What is the score? Before we go, we'll get caught up on the score here. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something to win this and then lose to Louisiana Tech on the road? Look at Kelly Marie out here sharing the stream. I see you, Kelly. Oh, wait, is that Kelly Marie? Who is that? That's a different avatar. Did she change her avatar? She did. She changed her profile picture. Oh, isn't that cute? It's her and her hubby. Oh, that's so cute. What is the damn score of the game? Anybody have a score? I'll look up Razorback Nation. That's what I'll do. Because if you haven't noticed, or no, not Razorback. What am I saying? Pig Trail. If you haven't noticed, the baseball Twitter is terrible. I'm sorry. They don't post. Oh, it looks like Gregory gets hit by pitch. 1 run comes in. 7-5 Louisiana Tech. Base is still loaded. Okay. So, looks like Arkansas still in this game. So, I'm going to go watch that. So, by the way, again, tell me I'm wrong. Razorback baseball Twitter is terrible. They never post the score. Ever. They'll go 20 minutes without posting a damn score on Twitter. Drives me insane. Go to Pig Trail Nation. Follow them. They're way better at keeping you up to date. So, all right. Yeah. Okay. 7-5. We down. Bases loaded. All right. Okay. You guys go enjoy the game. I'll see you tomorrow night, whatever time Arkansas plays after the game in the post game. I'll see you then. Woo Pig Suey. You guys be careful. I'm gonna get a few drinks. Let's put a little alcohol in this bad boy. That's what I'm about to do. Maybe go smoke a cigar. Be good. Woo Pig.